Hello, I get told off using this, but okay. So, welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here. My name is Gemma, criminologist and a mother. So, in this one, I want to talk about the hierarchical system's plausible answer to justify themselves for human trafficking. Might as well, haven't I? So how do they justify themselves? They use old occults to justify themselves and their actions. So, for example, the angelics, not supposed to be here. This is one of the old folklores, that the angelics aren't supposed to be here, and it's a fault in the fall. And that fault in that fall of coming to this land and to be blonde hair and blue eyes, an angelic is seen as a sin. Okay, so they take them more. Why? Don't know. They're probably more attractive, and that's it. Okay, to the pedo eyes, right? So, also, there are other things to consider. Is that they've made a story about it first. So even in their fall in humanity, they'll always go back to like, oh, a jelly being came to me and said that we're from a different part of the universe, which is probably a fifth dimensional understanding to what a cell looks like in a program, if you ever see it. So you can tell that it's crap. And, you know, I saw all those things. You had different parents and stuff like this. And all they did was transfer you in a lifetime to a different place under a 5 conditioning of a 5. These people are overriding normal people's lives. They're doing it to protect the perpetrators. So they are justifying it by hiding it, so they know they're the worst ones. Oh yeah. They are, because the 5s are the ones that are changing it for the other people. So they're passing on karma. Like a string theory. Anyway, these jelly beans are just like spirits, attachments, humans, archons maybe, people who work for the system. You might know their intentions and by what colour they come through as. There's shards of crap, really. They just push onto you to make you think that the spirit realm is real and they have control over your lives, because they've used handlers to do so. Okay, so in all the justification of what you're doing, there's an injustice taking place, and one is pedophilia. Okay. And taking the children because you feel like it. Taking children for financial revenue because you feel like it breaks the understanding of what a rise is all about in a Kabbalah of life. Okay. So, they believe in like aliens and stuff like this. Also a 5. Okay. This sort of also gives you a threat as well of something else out there, not the child psychologist that's sniffing around your kids. So, obviously there's an issue there with those, because this is an element of war. So, they think that we shouldn't even be on this land. So, when you say that about someone's race, you shouldn't even be on this land, we're going to blame you for everything. That's not fair. It's not fair, is it? I mean, everyone's had enough of blaming at certain types of people for being more violent than other types of race, which is not even a joke. Like, the angelics are the most peaceful ones. Okay? Sometimes you just get some real weird ones that try and dominate the whole universe, and that's what's happening in this era. And it's not always been like this, it's just got worse, because they think they can try and gear humanity by hiring too many pedophiles in a system and then letting the good ones go. Okay? Which they have been doing since Pisces Chiron 2005. So everyone's annoyed, because by the time it's got to the top, once the Queen passed, everything sort of fell apart. And I felt that, right? So, my nanny passed away as well that year. I felt that, okay? Anyway, she gave me all the answers. And the reality is that this justification is immoral, but it's almost like an Aquarius cover, Aquarius, Uranus energy cover, which is astrology, but they coin it as a Jew, rise, which is a 2, Gematria, which isn't. But it can all be coined around the idea of what type of knowledge is being used to press something such as a narrative. It's okay to do a lot of child trafficking. No, it's not. It's illegal in our jurisdiction, so it shouldn't be taking place. And then secondly, how was it taking so long to actually deal with this problem? Because everyone's just setting a phaser to whatever they want it to be as a jurisdiction, and everyone has the chance and everyone has capability. And it's because they've destroyed so much innocence. They think they're powerful and almighty. They think that their innocence is lower than them. And this is how corporates have been able to get away with stuff. This is how government have been able to get away with stuff. And then the corporate's been going through the back door. The governance need to be stricter with the measures of how and what you're allowing within your fractions. You should care about your country. It should be in this. You should have lived here your whole life to be an MP, or to at least great grandfather to be an MP, because this is why it will restructure your own governance back into something that you had created before mass migration and mass human trafficking since COVID-19. So they think it's okay to do this because it's COVID-19. The programs that were pressed onto the masses was stuff like the jabs, stuff like this, promoted programs, I believe nanobot technology throughout the system, throughout your bodies. It's in the air, okay? So you have to remember that everything changed in COVID-19 because nanobot technology was being used for the flu vaccine viruses and the jabs, okay? So everything is connected because it's in the air. Can't tax the air, no, but they made you pay for free Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of things going on that they're just getting banged for a buck for nothing. Now they're starting to take what means something to us, aspects of our innocence, and this shouldn't happen. This is a form of a violation of a human right of the mind, and United Nations have this. We are supposed to be spiritually protected. We should also be AI protected. And if we don't, that's an injustification, and that's as low as you'll get in the most immoral way, because you're projecting a lie to the children, as comforting as it is. It's a false sense of security. Don't just demolish creation, demolish the bad people who are taking part in demolishing the creation. Okay? We need to clean our rivers. The water companies need to stop poisoning us. I can't even use the water in here. It's been tampered with. Something's been tampered with. Sometimes in evolution, they don't want to rise any higher, and this is the injustice. They don't want to rise any higher because they already know that in an injustice, the fall was the lack. In that injustice, they've taken that child, or they've taken it for money, you instantly lack, because that child is in so much pain, and you know all that money you got, you're going to remember it after you took it. You're going to remember those kids. You're getting into the tunnels. You're going to have to pull them out. And then you sit there and question why you have to do this. And it's because this is what humanity is. We don't want that to be created on our land, so we have to keep the cycle of